I was speaking with one of my accountability partners this morning, a great friend of mine, and something interesting came up where we were talking about some of the things that we've done, as, whether that's for work or whether that's just things we've created and people we've helped out. And he and I are very similar in terms of we like to be really good at the thing that we're trying to do. We like to take it seriously in terms of accomplish what we're trying to accomplish, the mission that we're trying to accomplish for the role, the job, whether it be for people who hired us or people that would just be affected by us. We want to do a great job, and we do. We have a lot of evidence doing that in stuff we've been doing. So we're pretty confident in our skills. But something that came up during the conversation, even though, let's say I have that kind of mindset and experience, is that when I try to express myself creatively or just try to start something new that is not a part of a job, that is not a part of something that somebody hired me for, when I'm trying to create something that would, I feel, be beneficial to other people, right? Like I want to start doing more events. I'm starting to get better at creating content, right? I'm much better at speaking with people in person rather than just for the camera right now, but I'm working on it. I have this notion of this question of, will this be useful? And it's similar towards thinking like, am I good enough? Is this worth actually sharing with people? And that's really interesting to me because that comes alongside, very similar towards the notion of, am I good enough? Is this worthy? Am I worthy of sharing this? Or like, does this even matter at all? Which logically, I know because of a lot of evidence of things I've done already and skills that I have grown through hard work, I have that. I am very much worthy of it. It is very useful. But it's still, even though I understand that logically, it's still a real feeling. You can't really disregard your feelings, like just throw it out the window. It's there. And so there's this block for me that I am climbing over, that I am peeling out, that the things I want to do that can sure lead to more streams of income, but more importantly, just be better expressions of just who I am and what I want to honestly share with people. That might be something that's deep-seated. That hesitation behind not doing that would be something that's might be more deep-seated in just being hesitant to share something that is from myself, that has just not been done before, or why is it? Something. So I remind myself that the thing that I've coached tons of other people on, the things that I've had to really coach myself on several times, is just being able to get out of your comfort zone. Just take one step at a time in the direction of where you're trying to go and try something new. Yeah. And so it is very useful. I am very useful. And I have tons of value that has yet to be explored and tons of value that I currently have now. So I might just be worried. Something I thought of earlier, that also came up earlier, is that I just might be afraid of giving myself another example of how I failed, or another example of how I'm not useful enough yet in a certain context, right? Because I didn't accomplish the thing yet, outcome oriented. And that's not super healthy. That's not a super healthy space to be. But if that's what I'm feeling, that's what I'm feeling. And so the real remedy to that is to lean into it and to take action around that. and fail more often, is to try more often, do the thing, right? So I will be hosting several events, and I will be hosting one in 2 weeks from now, and I will be creating more content. I'll be creating, and I love having conversations with people, and so I have tons of conversations with people in person, so I will start maybe recording them and sharing them, and maybe also even on video, not just audio. And so just doing things that way, because failing is supposed to be a part of the process. You're supposed to be able to stand up, get knocked down, because we don't know the true cost of what it takes to accomplish the thing in the first place until we really go through it, right? If you don't have a specific mentor who's been through it, and even if you do, sure, they could tell you like what to expect, but until you're really going through it on your own, you're not going to really know and feel what the hindrances are in terms of how you internalize them. So the best thing that you could do is being able to go and do it yourself, try it yourself, fail yourself, learn for yourself, and be proud that you are failing, because you can take pride in that you are moving, that you are doing something, that you are going forward. And so, yeah, that energizes me just to think about that. Well, just to say that out loud. So keep that in mind. Am I useful? Am I useful enough? When will I be useful? These feelings are very real and they're very valid. But logically, they're very silly, because you are incredibly useful now. You have incredible skill now. Even if you forget, it's there. So take pride and have fun with that.